All right, let's go ahead and begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome. It is January 23rd for the Shawnee County Board of County Commissioners. I'm Aaron Mays. I represent District 3, serving as chair this year. On my left is Commissioner Rippon, representing District 1. On my right is Commissioner Kevin Cook, or you're District 2. Okay.
Got it right.
I can't remember the numbers. I'm sorry.
Good morning.
Our county clerk, Lisa Schmidt, and our county counselor on my right, Rich Ecker.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Let's get started. First item, please.
All right, first item, we'll start with number 3, consent agenda.
I'll move approval of the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Cook. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0. Next item, please.
Item 4A, county clerk.
Okay, so I'll be doing this today. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
I
that's all right.
interrupted you.
That's all right. 1, consider all voucher payments.
All right, I'll be doing this today. That's what I was getting ready to say.
You're excited.
I am. Voucher report total today is $2,495,297.07. 2 items to point out on there. One for $292,099 is to TLG Operations. That is for a 2024 side loader recycling truck. That's for solid waste, and that comes out of their fund. And then $157,874.74 to Consolidated Rural Water District Number 1. That's from the Infrastructure Fund, and that is for the water line at 29th and Auburn Roundabout. I don't have any questions or concerns with this, so I would move for approval.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Rippon. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0. Next item, please.
Number 2, consider correction orders.
I'll move approval.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Cook. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0. Next item, please.
B, election office. Number 1, consider approval of resolution number 2025-4 for the destruction of qualifying ballots per state law and the designation of election office staff to be present.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jake Fisher, Shawnee County Elections Office. And this is just our annual resolution that we do to allow us to destroy any ballots and or envelopes or other items that have reached the statutory period that allows them to be destroyed. That's per statute 25-2708. And I would stand for any questions.
Any questions for Jake? All right.
Yeah.
Just to reiterate, this is required by law.
That is correct.
So I will move for approval.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Rippon. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item, please.
C, appraiser. Number 1, consider approval of contract C23-2025 covering the 5-year lease of 5 small 4x4 SUVs from Enterprise Fleet Management.
Good morning, Steve Bauman, Shawnee County Appraiser. This request is getting approval to replace our current fleet of 5 vehicles currently under lease that's set to expire this year. These vehicles are funded through our Land Records Fund, headed by Becky Neosi with Register of Deeds. And I'll stand for any questions. It'll be a slight reduction in cost. We are upgrading 3 of our Ioniqs. They had some visibility issues with the appraiser, so we're going to go all Jeeps this time. So.
Okay. So a lot of times with these leases, Enterprise will call us and tell us that we need to trade something in. Is that the case here? Or because the resale value is so good, or is this like they were done, we've expired the term of the lease and it's just time to get rid of them?
In this case, it's the expiration of the lease.
Okay.
A couple of years ago that we did get the call to replace our Ford trucks that we had because of the resale value on them. The problem with that was we couldn't get any new ones in, so we attempted the early order strategy and we failed just because of the availability of the vehicles.
Okay. Any other questions?
No, I would move for approval.
Second.
Okay, got a motion by Commissioner Rippon, second by Commissioner Cook. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0. Next item, please.
D, Department of Corrections. 1, consider approval of contract number C22-2025 between Halley Counseling Services and the Department of Corrections Juvenile Detention Center for the Family Peace Initiative Program at a cost of $18,400 to be paid from the inmate wellness account.
Good morning, Commissioners. Brian Cole, Shawnee County Department of Corrections. This is just a renewal of an outstanding program that we have and a continued relationship we have with this program between Halley Counseling Services and the Department of Corrections. It provides much-needed programming for those inmates or juvenile offenders who demonstrate a higher risk for violence. This goes right in line with our accreditation of identifying those who are vulnerable but also have a high risk of victimization and violence. But this has been a very good program. This money is taken out of the inmate wellness account. It is open to all of those at the juvenile offenders. This is, again, is just a renewal of a contract we've had for many years. And I'd stand for any questions you may have.
Any questions?
I would move for approval.
Second.
Okay, got a motion by Commissioner Cook, seconded by Commissioner Rippon. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0. Next item, please.
2, consider approval for the reallocation of positions within community corrections. The proposed reallocation includes 21 intensive supervision officer positions from range 14 to range 16, 3 program specialist positions from range 16 to range 18, and 1 community corrections supervisor position from range 18 to range 19. The total cost of this request is $283,618, with $185,497 funded by grants.
Good morning, Commissioners. Brian Cole, Shawnee County Department of Corrections. During our 2025 budget proposal for community corrections, this was one of the major areas that we wanted to address, was to address the salaries of those that are within the community corrections department, that when we did look at our peers and look at those who are in our community working in the same jobs, we found that these officers and staff were as much as $5 and $6 an hour less than those working at the courthouse doing the same job. We worked with Audit Finance and Human Resource regarding looking at this, and we were able to, with the graciousness of the Department of, or the Board of County Commissioners, to approve the allocation of $98,121 to be added to that budget. The remainder of that would come from already grant funds and county funds that we already have. This would put us more in line of those that are that we lose people to, that are going to a less caseload for more money. And but this is a great way to start moving forward. We're not quite there, but this helps out tremendous. And so I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Questions?
No.
All right, well, I would move for approval then.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Mays, seconded by Commissioner Rippon. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0.
I do want to say is this will not go into effect till July 1. So I
Okay.
just wanted to make sure that that was
All right,
stated.
thank you for that.
Thank you.
Next item, please.
E, Parks and Recreation. 1, consider approval to award bid for the Gage Park Aerial Trail to RCI Adventure Products and execute contract C24-2025 for the base bid of $1,280,000 utilizing Gage Park Improvement Authority funds.
Good morning, Commissioners. Tim Laurent, Parks and Recreation Department. So this is phase 2, I would call it, of our improvements to Playland in Gage Park. If you remember, we were up not too long ago ordering some pieces that, see if I don't mess this up. That would be installed right here. This is the zip line that we ordered, the climbing structure, the crab trap it's called, and then the 3-bay swing set. So what we're talking about today is this piece. that travels the length of playland. So you can see just how massive this is. And there's, we have some more renderings of what it looks like. We did go out for bid on this project, and we had 3 vendors that supplied bids. RCI was not the cheapest, it was close, but the cheapest company to provide a bid did not provide a layout, did not really provide the information that we asked for in the RFP. So they gave a lot of great examples of what they do, but they didn't, we had asked for them to provide a layout in the space to show what it would look like and exactly how it would lay out. They did not do that. So we would like to award this to RCI, and what we're asking today is to award them this contract and the base bid of $1,280,000. There are some ad alternates that are being discussed. So along with this bid, we're asking to negotiate probably some small additions to this, depending on how things, I guess depending on mainly how things lay out in this area right here. That's the area in question and how that will tie into other pieces of playground equipment as we move forward. There's a lot here to digest. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. I do want to point out that in this base bid, it does come with a 5-year limited warranty, and this piece will be inspected annually by the manufacturer to make sure that it's living up to everything we hope it'll be, and that it's safe and strong and ready to go. So be happy to answer any questions.
Commissioner Mays?
Yeah.
Are there any trees that we're going to be talking about removing as part of this process?
We have removed trees already, and so what you see now is we're ready to go.
Okay.
So there have been some tree removal, which quite honestly was a little bit overdue anyway. There were some trees that were in some pretty bad shape, so we tried to, as we laid this out, we tried to lay it out with minimal impact to the trees, and specifically to take out some of the trees that really that needed to be removed.
Any other questions?
No.
Well, I think this is going to be pretty cool. I think folks are going to be pretty happy to see this. And when would it begin putting it up?
So we're going to start installing the other pieces that we ordered pretty quickly. That equipment is going to start showing up here beginning of February. So we hope to have that installed by hopefully mid-March, maybe earlier, depending on how things go. The thought process here is that we would like to get this started this summer and have it completed this year. So a little bit, it depends on, they'll bring it, the way I understand this is they'll manufacture most of it off-site, and they'll bring it in large sections and put it up. So they won't actually be here all that much. I mean, you know, it'll be fairly quick because most of the work will be done off-site. But as part of this, we will need to go in and install the footings. So we'll be back up here with another project to put in the footings for the towers. That's not included in this cost, so we'll get started on that as soon as possible and be ready to go.
Sure.
Is this stretch, is it all accessible?
It is not all accessible. So
Not all, but
we worked, this has been a pretty lengthy process, and I would say we spent probably the last 6 months trying to make it accessible. The issue is it's about 15 feet in the air. And so to get folks up there was the trick. And we found that we were going to more than double the cost of this project to be able to do that. So what we're trying to do is all of those pieces that we ordered, the ones that I talked about previously right here, all of these are accessible. We're going to put in a pretty large, completely accessible piece right here at the beginning of this area. and then another smaller toddler area right here, all of which will be accessible. So everything that we're doing will meet accessibility standards except for this. We just, quite honestly, as much as we really wanted to do it, it just became cost prohibitive to try to get it to that standard.
Any other questions?
No. I'll move for approval.
I'll second. Motion by Commissioner Cook, second by Commissioner Mays. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0.
Thank you.
Tim. Next item, please.
F, Health Department. 1, consider approval of contract C 25-2025, letter of agreement between Shawnee County Health Department and the Sunflower Foundation for grant funding in the amount of $186,991 for the county's Targeted Intervention and Prevention Strategies project to implement overdose prevention and harm reduction strategies.
Good morning, Commissioners. Carrie Delphs, Clinical Services Division Manager with the Health Department. Back in August, we received your approval to apply for this Kansas Fights Addiction grant. Our project was selected for funding, and this morning we are asking for your approval. This project includes funding for targeted harm reduction strategies, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Any questions?
I have none.
All right. Then I would move for approval.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Rippon. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item, please.
G, Information Technology. 1, consider approval of contract C 29-2025 with Choice Solutions for the renewal of the Nutanix support and licensing using State of Kansas contract pricing at a cost of $100,929.12.
Good morning, Commissioners. Brandy Biltoft, Information Technology. I am before you today asking for permission to renew our licenses for our hardware and software support for our Nutanix virtualization platform. I stand for any questions you may have.
Any questions?
No. I would move for approval.
Second.
All right, we've got a motion by Commissioner Rippon, second by Commissioner Cook. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0.
Thank you.
Next item, please.
H, Commission. 1, consider approval of contract number C21-2025, third amendment to Westside Stamp and Awards, DBA, T-shirts, etc., contract C572022 to provide a website for Shawnee County employees to purchase apparel February 1, 2025 to January 31, 2026.
Good morning, Commissioners. Amanda Monholland with the Commission Office. Today, I'm asking for approval to renew this contract with T-shirts, etc. This is our website that we have with them where employees can go and purchase apparel, and it's up for renewal at this time. And I would also just like to also remind everybody that when you go to the intraweb, this is where you can find where you can order apparel. And let me take you through here. It'll take you to here where you can choose from. Right now, we have 23 items on this website to choose from. I also like to mention too, if there is something on there that, or if there is not something on there, please let us know and we can maybe see about getting that put on for the purchase. So then all we have to do is choose from your colors, your size, and make sure you choose from the company logos. I do also want to mention that on the website, there is only room for us to have 15 logos available. So if your department's logo is not on here, please let us know and we can update the website to get that put on for you. And then, you fill out the orders and you complete your payment, and you can either go and pick it up at T-shirts, etc., or there is other delivery options that you can do within their office that they have. So, I'd also like to mention that with the apparel sales, we have, for this year, we have more than doubled the amount that we raised from the proceeds of these, which will go to a charitable organization, nonprofit organization here in Shawnee County. So for that amount, we raised for 2024 was $399 for this, which is more than double than what we did for the first year that we had this. So I'm really happy to provide that information.
That's great.
So with that, I stand for any questions.
All right, any questions? No. All right, great. Well, good to see this has been successful, so I would move for approval.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Rippon. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item, please.
2, consider appointment of Paul Post to the Stormont Vale Event Center Advisory Board to fill the at-large seat.
Okay, so this is an at-large position. This is going to represent all of us on the Stormont Vale Event Center Board. I think Paul is an excellent choice, and I would move for approval if there's no questions.
Second.
Okay, motion by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Cook. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0. Next item, please.
Item 5, public comment.
I didn't have anybody signed up for public comment today. Next item, please.
Item 6, administrative communications.
Any administrative communications?
Good morning, Commissioners. Kellen Seitz, Stormont Vale Event Center. Really excited to remind everyone, tomorrow starts the return of professional hockey to the facility. Puck drops tomorrow night at 7:30, same on Saturday night, and then again the same schedule next weekend. In addition to that, we also have public skate, which starts today from 6 to 8 p.m. There'll be a post-game skate after each game where the public can skate with the players. And then on Sundays, we'll begin public skate at 10 a.m. and that will end at 4 p.m. for both weekends. We are expecting a pretty good crowd for this weekend. We're anticipating somewhere in the neighborhood of 2,000 attendees. Ticket sales are going well for the product and for the team, and really excited to have them back. So just a quick reminder to all Shawnee County employees and a number of other large employers in the county. There are group ticket sale discount codes available to each one of the county departments and county employees, in addition to those other major employers. So hope to see you out there.
Hey, Kellen. So what are ticket prices and also for the public skate? There's skates available?
Yeah. So ticket prices to the hockey games start at $16. If you buy those at the box office, you can navigate around those pesky Ticketmaster fees from purchasing online. So that's the entry-level price for the hockey games themselves. Public skate is $7 to skate and $3 to rent skates. And we have plenty of skates on hand, and we'll be doing 2-hour session blocks on those Sundays. Tonight's session is only 2 hours, so we'll only have one session there. And then same thing for the post-game skates. You don't have to bring skates with you. We have skates to rent at the facility.
All right, fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners. Sean Zier, Shawnee County Parks and Recreation. To piggyback off what Kellen talked about, tonight is our final meet and greet with one of the hockey teams that's going to be playing tomorrow night. We had 2 of those. One was Sunday at Crestview. One was Tuesday at Hillcrest. Tonight, it's from 5:30 to 7:30. That is at Garfield Community Center. 4 hockey players from the Baton Rouge Zydeco will be there to sign autographs, play hockey with the kids or parents, and get to know the players a little bit and get people excited about hockey coming back to Topeka. So it's been very successful at our community centers, and we're really excited about maybe partnering with the team possibly next year, doing some things like this as well to get players and us into the community itself. So that's going on tonight. Tomorrow is our second trout stocking at Lake Shawnee, which will take place at 1 o'clock. That is at the boat ramp, the main boat ramp off of 29th Street. And then our intermediate, or intermittent, I should say, and part-time jobs are now available online. If you go to parks.snco.us, you can apply for all sorts of jobs, lifeguards, concession workers. They're 15 is the age to apply for lifeguards, and most jobs start at 16 years old. You can also go to our Facebook page, and you can get the link there as well. And speaking of Facebook, if you haven't followed us, we are in a little competition with another county property, solid waste, to try and get as many followers as possible. Their goal is to reach 10,000, and our goal is to reach 25,000. So we have a little competition going on Facebook, and we encourage you to follow us or follow them to see what's going on with that. It's been very entertaining, to say the least.
All right, well, I would say follow both.
Yes.
That's what I do.
Don't unfollow anybody, though. But if anybody has any questions?
Any questions? On the lifeguards, they don't have to be already certified, right? Like
That is correct,
We
yeah.
we do that process in-house, and
Mhm.
so if you know anybody who's a good swimmer, send them our way.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
all right. Any other questions?
No.
Okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners. Larry Moss, Shawnee County Treasurer. I wanted to address an incident that happened at the Treasurer's office in December. On the morning of December the 8th, our drop box was, I won't say broken into, it was accessed. We discovered that on Monday, immediately reported that to the sheriff's deputies. They reviewed the video. We could tell from the video that that person accessed the box, and with the use of the video, we were able to determine where they handled the mail. At that time, then, they recovered 5 pieces of mail that were related to real estate and 2 pieces related to motor vehicle. We contacted those taxpayers, had them stop payment on their check, and issue a new check. That's all been done. We thought we had everything identified, but apparently there was one other piece that we know of now that was in that drop box. We discovered that when the taxpayer, the check did not clear the bank, and they were concerned. And so that's been taken care of too. I'm fairly confident that we know what was in the box, and with the exception of that one, we probably have everything identified. Some of the things we changed afterwards, there was no apparent physical damage to the box, so they either had a key or the lock malfunctioned. So within a day, we replaced the lock. We also modified the door on the box so that it has to be held shut if the lock does not engage. Otherwise, it will pop open so that we're sure that it is in fact locked. We also make sure that we sweep that box at the very last point of the day, and during the tax season or seasons when we're expecting large amounts, we sweep the box on the weekends. I personally swept the box on Saturdays and Sundays during the tax season. So I'll be glad to answer any questions you have.
Okay. Any questions?
Thank you for bringing this to our attention and making sure everybody is aware, and
Okay.
your steps that your staff has taken.
All right. Well, there was a police report and it's under investigation, so.
Well, I appreciate you coming and telling us. I mean, I think some of us saw it on social media and heard about it. And so it's good to know that you and the sheriff have been working together to, track down the mail that was in there, so.
Okay. And right now, everything we know about has been paid and settled up.
Were there any fees or anything that these folks had occurred?
Unfortunately, those who had to stop payment incur a $30 fee, and they have to pay that to their bank. We don't reimburse them for that. In the case of the folks that came in because the check did not clear, we did not. We gave them credit for having dropped the check off as if they had postponed or had a postage on it.
Okay.
Okay. Now, a question may come up. If you think you were involved in that, you need to contact us. But we will ask for proof that, one, that you have stopped payment on your check, so you will incur that cost on your own, but also some proof that you did write the check in that time period.
Okay, so there were bank fees?
Yes.
Okay.
That sort of thing.
Any other
Okay.
questions?
No.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Larry. Any other administrative communications? Commissioner Cook?
Nope.
Commissioner Rippon?
I had cataract surgery this week, so that's the reason I'm wearing these. I don't think any word describes these other than snazzy, but I'm stuck with these for about a month. It's a new kind of lens where they put it in, and after everything's healed up, they can adjust them with a blue ultraviolet light. So I have to keep ultraviolet light away from it for a month. So I'm stuck. You're stuck with looking at this for a whole month. So anyway, that was my week.
That's a pretty good excuse. We both know I fouled the crap out of you on your sky hook. And scraped your cornea. And thank you for letting me off the hook.
Okay.
All right. Well, our media partners, there's your headline, Commissioner Rippon's glasses.
There it is.
I don't have much else to add except for go Chiefs. Big game. Excited to see it happen, so. All right. Next item, please.
Item 7, executive session.
We do not have a need for executive session, so we're adjourned.